Well, good evening, Arkansas. Happy TGIF to everybody out there around the state. And another hot, not as humid day across the state. We did see those humidity levels drop in advance of what is now Hurricane Ida, and with a little bit of a northeast flow across the state. So that has brought in a little bit of a cooler air mass in the state. Not much, but we will take any type of relief that we can get as we round out the month of August. Of course, we still do have very few isolated showers and storms around the state, a little bit better covered all towards our southeast, and these showers are actually moving from east to west, and that is in advance of the circulation of Hurricane Ida that is currently crossing Cuba right now. So, again, this is having large impact across the entire atmosphere already across our weather pattern. So really, we're going to see that over the next couple of days with an uptick in rainfall, and also the rain showers moving from east to west across the state over the next couple of days as Ida moves through the Gulf of Mexico. So really, a very far-fetched system, a very widespread system, even with the main core still over Cuba at this hour. Of course, we are coming in very warm across the state, 90s area wide, coming in right now. 93 in Fort Smith, 90 in Fayetteville, 91 in Texarkana, 90 in El Dorado, 93 in Camden and Arkadelphia. Actually, a rain-cooled 84 down around the Greenville and Lake Village area, 90 in Jonesboro, and then, of course, 91 here in the capital city over at the airport. Overall, though, a very warm, typical August evening across the state. Nothing that we are not used to. It could be worse. We could be over in Oklahoma, where those temperatures are a little bit warmer right now. But overall, this should be the warmest that we see over the next several days as temperatures start to cool down ahead of Hurricane Ida coming in. And speaking of the tropics, obviously, as you know, as of the 5 o'clock advisory, Hurricane Ida is now a Category 1 storm with winds up to 80 miles an hour. And this system is currently, was about 90 miles southwest of Havana. Now it's about 75 miles southwest of Havana. And if you missed the latest update with this storm, it is now going to track. The track has not changed much over the past couple of days, but it's now forecast to be a strong Category 4 hurricane as it moves into southeastern Louisiana. And as this continues to push off towards the northwest, what that's going to do is bring a very dangerous amount of storm surge and flooding, and of course winds into southeastern Louisiana, including the city of New Orleans. And as this continues to track off towards the northwest, and you can see this is the main core of the storm, but I want to point something out here with this system, is that it is widespread. You have the circulation around this across much of the southeastern U.S. And this is going to pull all this in. So all the rainfall, all the storm showers that will develop throughout the next couple of days are going to be well in advance of the actual system itself. Now, something else to point out with this again is you notice the width of the cone as this moves towards Arkansas. Anywhere within this cone is where the center could go. So do not pay attention to the cone, because impacts are going to be felt well away from the actual cone of this storm. So even though the center is going to be moving through parts of Mississippi, as of now, again, this track can still change, and we're starting to see a small shift, and we're going to be watching that very closely for you. Would not be surprised to see a shift a little bit further west here as we head towards Saturday and especially on Sunday. But regardless, impacts are going to be widespread with this storm system as it moves through the southern part of the U.S., especially in Louisiana and Mississippi. But eastern half Arkansas will see impacts as well out of this storm, with rain and at least some wind coming out of this system. But overall, though, again, the main impacts will continue to be felt as we go throughout the next couple of days. Of course, we are coming in at 90 here in the metro. We did get up to a grand high of 92 today, a lot better than what we've seen over the past couple of days. No rainfall today. but that is expected to change over the next few days across the state. As I mentioned, the rainfall with Hurricane Ida. This is a brand new updated graphic as expected, and as we have mentioned, as the track shifts east, so does the heaviest total. Still expecting a wide swath of 2 to 4 inches of rain across much of the eastern third of the state, and of course lesser amounts as you go west with generally under an inch across much of the western half of the state. Here in central Arkansas, 1 to 2 inches of rain will be common as this moves through the state. Again, any deviation in track can bring the heaviest totals back or continue moving it further away. I think we are pretty much locked in as to where this is gonna go, but I would not be surprised to see a small shift west as we saw with Laura last year as we head towards the final 24 hours out. So continue to stay tuned on that as tracks do continue to change with Ida over the next 48 hours. Now, again, as I mentioned, our rain chances do start to return on Saturday. It will be our last 90-degree day for a few days across the state. But as we start to head into the day on Sunday, a few outer bands, outer shower, could start to affect the southern areas, especially late on Sunday afternoon, and more impacts on Monday and into early next week. Right now, heavy rain showers continue to be the main threat, with a few areas seeing some winds of 20 to 30 mile an hour, especially across the eastern half of the state. Again, any deviation in the track will continue to affect the overall impacts here in the natural state. Now, as we head into the rest of the week, an unsettled week will continue across the state, as we do have a cold front to our north that's going to attempt to finally move in as we head towards Labor Day weekend. I think it washes out just north of the state before a second one starts to move down just around or just beyond the 7-day period over the course of the Labor Day weekend. Temperatures will stay at or just below average through much of the week thanks to rainfall and cloud cover, as well as northeast flow around what is left of Hurricane Ida as it moves off towards the northeast. Going to be watching the tropics again as well as we head towards Labor Day. Guys is hinting at another system moving into the Louisiana and Texas area. I don't buy it right now. It's just something we're going to watch over the next several days. Finally, we get to the 7-day outlook for you. A very in-depth forecast this evening for our folks in northern Arkansas. Again, not expecting much in the way of impact as the track stays well south of you. Mostly we've seen an increase in cloud cover, and then of course a few scattered showers, especially on Monday and Tuesday. Don't expect much wind with this across here, but a few showers and storms will be seen. With the front to our north, I expect to see continued rain through much of the week. Then, of course, as we head into the upcoming weekend, rain chances go down. Temperatures stay well below average for this time of year in the 80s across parts of northern Arkansas. Now, as we go into the central third of the state, rain chances have come up a little bit for Saturday, especially on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday continue to be the primary day where I expect to see the greatest impacts of rainfall. Again, it won't rain all day for now. Some guidance is indicating a pretty good swath of light to moderate rain across especially the eastern half of this area. So I have gone with likely chances of rain on Monday and Tuesday, and brought down those temperatures as well with the widespread cloud cover in place. As we head towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those chances do start to go down, and of course with the dwindling rain chances, those highs do start to come up a little bit as well. Now, across southern Arkansas, this is where we do expect the greatest impacts to be felt across part of south central and southeast Arkansas with Hurricane Ida right now. Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have brought up our rain chances just because of those very isolated showers moving in. Again, they could be a little bit more widespread on Sunday than Saturday, but as we head towards Monday and Tuesday, that's when the main impacts will be felt with heavy rain and at least 20 to 30 mile an hour wind. We could see gusts up to 40 in parts of southeast Arkansas. Of course, we're going to be watching for the possibility of severe weather across far southeast Arkansas as well on Monday and parts of the day on Tuesday. Then, as we head towards Labor Day weekend, temperatures start to come back up again as we start to see less cloud cover and less rain across the state again. That could be short-lived, though, as another front does look to come in as we head towards Labor Day weekend. A lot to discuss, a lot to watch throughout the upcoming weekend. We will have live 7-day forecast and live forecast around this time, both Saturday and Sunday, as we continue to track Hurricane Laura into the state. Stay tuned to your number one source for all things Arkansas weather.